You can't go wrong with Now It's Dark.
Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. There's a movie out there kind of flying under the radar. I've seen a little bit here and there and seen a few reviews. It's a movie called Speak No Evil, and it is 1 hour and 50 minutes. This is in theaters right now. It's a psychological drama, psychological horror, starring James McAvoy, Professor Xavier, and I'm pretty sure he was the guy in Split and that trilogy of movies. This was directed and written by James Watkins, also written by Christian Taftrup and Mads Traftrup. And it's about a family who gets invited to spend a whole weekend in a lonely home in the countryside. But as the weekend progresses, they'll soon realize that the family who invited them has a dark side laying inside them. And yeah, this is a very slow burn kind of movie. You have to kind of endure like a ridiculous amount of time getting to know these two families. We have the Lame family who have a daughter, and they are all played by, let's see, Scoot McNairy plays Ben Dalton, and um, his wife is Louise Dalton, played by Mackenzie Davis. And this young girl, Agnes Dalton, their daughter, is played by Alex West Leffler. And they're on what seems to be a vacation. It ends up that it's not necessarily a vacation, but that they have moved to wherever they are, what country they are in, and for work purposes and everything. And they're kind of just like average white bread kind of people. And then also we get introduced at this resort that they're staying at. James McAvoy's character, who's simply named Paddy, Paddy, and his wife, Ciara, played by Aisling Franciosi. And they also have a little boy with them named Ant, and he uh, is played by Dan Hough, Hough. Um, so if you've seen the trailer for this movie, you've seen basically the movie. It's an unfortunate thing when this happens. This is a remake of a 2022 film by the same name. I think it was, I wrote down Danish. It was a Danish movie in 2022. Um, but man, did that uh, trailer really give away so much. And it was a trailer that I couldn't avoid because I saw the trailer during um, a movie I just saw and Beetlejuice. I can't think of the other movie because it really wasn't that good. It's a review on my channel. Go look at one of my recent reviews. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that they gave so much away because it really, for me, took away a lot of the tense moments that it was supposed to be kind of drilled into us by meeting these two drastically different families that kind of meet, strike up a little bit of a friendship, and then, things kind of go a little south. And we get some interesting backstory between Ben and his wife Louise. And I don't know if that was even a necessary plot point. I mean, they did use it, but I don't know. I was looking for more. Like, the movie is definitely riding on the James McAvoy character Paddy, like his intensity and just his voice and his acting is very good. Um, and the two kids are pretty good in this, and they kind of form a little bond. And that whole situation gets crazy when James McAvoy's character just starts kind of getting progressively aggressive, I guess I'll say, and his wife seems to be all a part of it too. So, um, yeah, these two couples meet. They go their separate ways. Patty had invited the Ben and Louis family to come stay with them. They had never been in that part of the countryside since they were new to the country, and so they do. They do end up going there. Um, And like that first 10, 20 minutes of the movie is really driving the drastic difference between the two families, how the white bread kind of like very tight wound, like proper um people, and then we have Patty and Sierra, who are a lot more loud and fun, and just not afraid to just be themselves and be very outgoing. And I think we can probably all relate to knowing that one friend or two that are just like so overboard that you kind of cringe when you're around them. Although deep down you're just like, man, they don't care what anyone thinks. Or you're that person. Or in some situations you can become that person, but in other situations you're just very like, let me just kind of blend into the background and do that Homer Simpson meme where you just kind of fall into the bush because you don't want to be seen with the people that are being just wild. Um, but James McAvoy's character, very intense, and the story does get very kicked up. The reveal kind of comes like 60 to 70% way into the movie. You get kind of like this obvious reveal, but there's also like a little twisty side to it, which was good. I didn't necessarily expect that. Um, and the title of the movie kind of comes into play there. That's where that all starts to make sense. And then once you've got the reveal, I don't know. I still didn't feel the real stress, tense level that I was supposed to, and um, I think a lot of it had to do with that stupid trailer. Like I already knew because the trailer was cut like exactly in the order of everything happening. You know, movie trailers are sometimes so deceitful where they show scenes that don't even end up in the movies, but they're good for the trailer. I don't know like which I prefer, but I certainly don't want an entire movie basically given to me in a 2-minute trailer. And in my opinion, that did do this. So I don't know that I would recommend going to the theater to see it. I do go to the theater a lot because I just have a lot of downtime during the day in between work stuff. And sometimes I can grab a matinee real quick and count it as my lunchtime. And that's kind of what I did with this one. And like, I'm not disappointed that I saw it, but it was kind of just very flatlined throughout the whole thing. I don't know that my level ever got up, amped up at the end like it was supposed to, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen this or what your thoughts are on it. I don't think that it would be a bad one to kind of watch um, on streaming when it goes to streaming. It is a good story, and there is a story there, but man, the trailer ruined it for me. So I don't really know how else to describe it. But that's going to do it for this review of Speak No Evil. And please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and leave a comment. I would love to hear thoughts on this movie, or if you just want to shout out James McAvoy for being a great actor, do that.